What's up, everyone? It's SHW time. It's our weekly installment of This Week in Formula One.
It's race week.
It is race week with the Japanese Grand Prix.
Be careful.
Yes. Almost
Got
stepped in a little bear trap there. We are your underinformed American buddies talking about F1. I am Tom Delicati here with John White and Brady King, here to bring you our thoughts and ideas on This Week in Formula One. So let's just get right to it. The big story this week has been Yuki Tsunoda replacing Liam Lawson in the second Red Bull seat. Now, we talked about this last week because it was happening in real time. As we recorded, we were getting news that this change was going to happen. It had not been formally announced yet, but there was enough rumbling. And so we talked about it quite a bit in our last episode, but has your opinion changed at all in the last week? Have your thoughts changed? And what do you think? I go into this feeling like, what does Yuki have to do this weekend to really kind of solidify that this was a good change all around?
My thoughts haven't changed, primarily because I was on board with the Yuki switch from last episode. But I will say all of the memes that have hit the internet on Red Bull's indecisiveness, the Yuki, Daniel Ricciardo, name that driver that had, less than 10 races with Red Bull and now Yuki stepping in, have been quite comical over the past week.
Agreed. Yeah, I haven't really changed my opinion too much either on Yuki has his opportunity. So he needs to prove himself. But at the same time, it's sort of been thrown around that they realize they can't do another driver swap this year, right? Like, that would be insane. So he's pretty much locked in for the rest of the year. So maybe some of the pressure's off just a little bit. It is his hometown race. So, I'm sure he's going to be feeling some of the pressure anyway, but I find myself to be just more excited. As we're getting closer, and I don't know, somehow we had all these driver swaps in the off season, and yet somehow I'm more excited for this.
Happy Yuki is a happy Brady.
Right? Yeah.
I like it.
Well,
actually, I like him when he's angry.
Angry Yuki is much more fun than happy Yuki. That's for sure.
Right?
Well, they did have, it has come out that Helmut Marko has said that Yuki's in this seat for the rest of the season, which really begs the question. He's basically said there won't be another driver swap. And he basically is saying that we should have made this decision in the first place. That's the feeling I'm getting. Why didn't we just do this in the offseason? Why did we think that Lawson had more upside? Now he's coming out and saying that, he's changed. He's different. He's got new management. He's a more mature driver. And I just, in two races, you really can't see that, definitively to make that call. So I don't know. Do you think he's just blowing smoke? What are your thoughts here?
I think so. I find it funny that he asked that question. Like, why didn't we make that change? Like, why did we pick that? It's like, no, that's the question we're asking you. You need to answer that. Like, I don't understand how he thinks he can just get away with we screwed up, but I'm going to ask the question first and smoke bomb. And then he runs away.
Man, I've got a different viewpoint on this because, finishing up last season, you didn't have enough data to make an educated decision. But if we look at, Tom, you had asked earlier, what does Yuki need to do in order to prove himself? And I think all Yuki needs to do is what he's been doing in RB. If you look at Australia qualifying, Lawson 18th, Yuki 5th. Race, Lawson DNF, Yuki 12th. China, sprint race, qualifying, Lawson 20th, Yuki 8th. Sprint results, 14th and 6th. Qualifying, 20th and 9th. Race, 12th and 16th. 16th with a broken wing. All Yuki needs to do is what he's exactly been doing, but in a slightly better car. And if he does that, Red Bull's made the right choice. They're getting two drivers producing points instead of just Max. And they'll look back and go, yeah, we made the right decision 2 races in.
Is it the better car?
That remains to be seen. We'll find out this weekend. We'll find out in China. Because if all of a sudden Yuki's like
Japan.
16th. Yeah, well, Asia. We'll find out in Asia. It's a big country.
How's the weather in Asia this week?
Yeah.
I looked it up. It gave me a lot of results, so it wasn't very definitive. But yeah, if he does terrible this weekend, then a little bit of egg on the face. But it's just one race. We'll find out.
So put some parameters around this. What is terrible?
I think he needs to finish in the points this weekend. Anything in the points is great. Anything outside of the points, the further down he gets past 15th is terrible.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying a points finish for the second Red Bull car is a successful weekend?
Yes.
This weekend.
And I think as Yuki proves himself, the expectation raises.
Brady, what's your take on a good versus a bad weekend for Yuki?
I think a good weekend for him has got to be 7th or better. I think a bad weekend is probably like 13th or lower. I think honestly, if he's out of the points, that's probably pretty bad. I don't think pretty bad, though, is going to reflect poorly on him. He hasn't had a lot of time to acclimate to the car, regardless of whether he's driven it before. It doesn't really matter. He hasn't been in that car. So I think they're going to give him I think we're all going to give him a little bit more leash, but I think a good weekend would be 7th or better. But I don't think a bad weekend affects him. I think it's okay.
Well, now let's flip the script a little bit and tell me your thoughts on what does this weekend look like for Liam Lawson? What's a successful weekend for him? And is he now damaged goods?
Don't crash.
Yeah.
Does he have this is a test, right? Not just this race, but the rest of this season. It's a test to see whether he's got the stomach for the fight to be in a team or in a sister team of someone like Red Bull. And I mean, he had a good amount last season where he came in and replaced Ricciardo for 6 races. Maybe
that sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounded confident enough.
Thank you. But I don't know what a good weekend looks like for him or a bad weekend looks like for him. What besides don't crash? I mean, what do you think is a successful turnout for Liam Lawson this weekend?
I'm trying to remember. So, John, hit me again with what Yuki's qualifyings were.
Qualified 5th in Australia.
Yep.
China sprint qualified 8th.
Okay.
And quali 9th.
Okay. So for Liam, I mean, a successful weekend would be if he makes it to Q3. I don't think that's going to happen, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't that I'm putting the bar at success. Like you've done really well is Q3. The race I'm a little less concerned with. I just need to see some some progress, positive forward movement. I also think he's suffering from the same problem. He's going to be in reverse. He hasn't been in this car either. But he does have more experience with it. It is supposedly an easier car to drive. So don't wreck the car is obviously number one. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but like with everything going on, honestly, you have to finish the race. Like you just absolutely have to finish the race. I think that he's now auditioning for all of the other teams. Red Bull is not going to bring him back. So the other teams that are out there is like Cadillac, Sauber, or Audi or something like this going forward. These are the teams that now have to look to him to see if like you can take pressure and turn it around. He's not coming back to Red Bull. You've got to figure out like, where do I go next? And now you're just racing for yourself. So
is qualifying more important than the race?
In this case, I think the problem is the qualifying is the first thing that we're going to see for him. Like if he comes out and he's just like awful in qualifying and then picks up a few places, we're all just going to write him off. He's got to show something in qualifying or everyone's just going to dismiss him again.
I understand where you're coming from. So you think there is no chance in the future that he winds up back at Red Bull number 2 seat?
No, I don't think so.
John, do you feel the same way?
So far, all of my driver predictions in any F1 podcast that we've done have been completely wrong.
That wasn't the question.
Well, no, now I want to know, what do you think it's going to be? And I'll go the other way.
I would say my gut tells me to agree with Brady.
Crap, I'm wrong.
But Red Bull's been very indecisive this year.
Truth.
So I wouldn't write him off. If he goes to RB and starts killing it, I don't think that's going to happen. But if he does and he's continually in the points and Yuki's not,
could we have just one of them on the podium this weekend? That would just be.
Are we hearing your 3-pointer ahead of time here?
Dude, I don't think that's a 3-pointer. That's a 12-pointer.
we might give you 12 for a Yuki podium. just to see what happens.
Yeah. It would be amazing. I mean, I'm just trying to picture like Liam on the podium. Wow.
That would be wild.
Yep.
It's my hope that Yuki, with it being his home Grand Prix, that he can make a big splash, especially in the top team. I mean, this is like a dream come true for the guy. And all 5'3" of him on the podium would be super cool.
Right.
Well, and your dreams too, Tom, could come true if you had $40 million in incentives coming from Honda to put you in a seat
That's
of an
true.
F1 car.
That's very true.
I just picked the wrong friends when I was little. I should have made friends with Honda.
Makes me think of Street Fighter, the Honda sumo wrestling guy there. Should have been friends with him instead of Ryuki.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and maybe play a little game before we get into our top 5, bottom 5. Well, before we get into it, let's get a word from our sponsors.
This episode of SHW is brought to you by Zhou's School of Sumo. China's first F1 driver brings China's national sport to the U.S. A first of its kind, this sumo school franchise opportunity could set you up for a long and prosperous future. Don't let size, experience, or talent stop you when the Shanghai Tiger is teaching you all the ins and outs of wrestling men in loincloths. Zhou's School of Sumo, where tigers are made. Guarantee success not to exceed the length of Zhou's F1 career. Trademark Shanghai Tiger LLC, bottled in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Are we confusing China with Japan again?
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey,
but Japan is sumo wrestling.
Sponsors are sponsors.
Yeah,
Brady.
sponsors can do whatever we want. Yeah, or
Sponsors
whatever
are
they want, right?
sponsors.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Franchise opportunities? That killed me. That was pretty good.
He can't do it
well,
all
thank
by
you.
himself. So he needs
Thank
people
you.
like you to join the loincloth community.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys saw today. This is just a real quick hit, but our friends at Haas have launched a special one-off cherry blossom livery for the Japanese Grand Prix. Did you see the pictures of this, John?
It's incredible.
It is gorgeous, and I
Is it
absolutely
not?
love it.
Yes, I am so excited to see this on track. Like this is one of the best one-off liveries I've seen. I mean, it's top 5 for sure, probably top 3.
That's high praise.
How could you not win with that?
Oh, I don't know.
Did we? So since we're talking liveries, we saw that Red Bull also has a special livery.
I didn't
see that one. Oh,
Yep.
I got to look that up real quick.
Let's go to the interwebs. Red Bull Racing, where are you?
It is no Haas.
Okay.
Also, well, I'll wait until you look it up because now I kind of want to know what your opinion of it is. Because
Is it white?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm seeing
which
a
is
different one
kind of
here.
interesting, but at the same time, you already have a Red Bull that's white. It's like the hey, we have blank at home. I already have a Red Bull livery at home. That being said, I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Something different.
Yeah, that does look different. I don't mind it. I actually kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's no cherry blossom.
It's no cherry blossom. It's dude, that cherry blossom is chef's kiss, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's recency bias, but that is one of the best liveries I've ever seen.
I mean,
I'm
if they
with you.
raced it on another track, would you be like? Is it only because it's Japan? I don't think so. I think it looks awesome no matter what.
Yeah, but it's cherry blossom.
Yeah, it's very Japan.
It's Japan.
Yeah, the American team driving a cherry blossom car in Abu Dhabi wouldn't fit as well, but in Japan, looks great.
But imagine how pretty Esteban Ocon's going to look in that car. Aren't you happy to think about that, John?
As long as it's not Pierre Gasly, yes.
Jeez.
Man.
All right. Well, I've prepared a little game, and it's going to be a little whose line is it anyway, because the points don't matter and I make them up. But I am going to score you on this. I've decided to call this activity First Word Problems. Not first world, but first word problems. I will mention something, and you have to say the first word that comes to your mind based on how things have been going for them lately.
Okay.
So, John, you're up first. First word that comes to mind, and then you can explain yourself.
Okay.
Carlos Sainz.
Is it sad that I want to say handsome?
No, not at all.
Nice.
I don't know. He's just
It's going handsome.
It's going
yeah.
so handsome for him.
It is. It's he's a smooth operator. What can I say? Carlos is, to me, he is the epitome of what I thought an F1 driver would be, having never watched F1 before. They're always have a little bit of an accent, speak, English as a second language, dark, flowy hair, handsome model looking guy. And then you see Carlos Sainz and you're like, that is it. That's who they modeled him after.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not the response you guys wanted, but that's what came to mind.
Hey,
I was not expecting it.
I'll give you half a point for that.
Okay.
Is that a lot?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many points? How many points are you able to get?
Yeah.
49, and you got to
All
have
right, Brady, you're up.
All right.
George Russell.
Unexpected? No, actually, you know what I'm going to go with is sneaky.
It's better than Blimey.
Yeah. He has somehow done nothing and yet found himself in third. Like,
Done nothing.
I mean, I don't. Every week is just like
He's
it's
just
kind of
Mr. Anonymous.
Right? Yeah, Mr. Anonymous, and yet at the end of the week, you're like, oh, look at that, he's at third.
Sneaky. All right. I'll give you 17 points for that one.
All right.
Wow.
Wait, is this golf? Am I in trouble? It might be golf points.
All right, John, you're up next.
Could be.
Charles Leclerc.
I'm going to go with, I know it's 2 words, but
That's okay. I'll allow it.
Hyphenate him.
let down.
Yeah.
There were high expectations of Charles coming into this season, especially being the one remaining Ferrari driver alongside Lewis, and he has not performed to the expectations that I think Ferrari or the fans have expected with the car that they have.
That's a great answer. I will award you 16 points.
Thank you. I'm at 16 and a half now.
That's all right.
Awesome.
Currently.
I feel like somehow this is pre-planned so that we're tied going into the last round.
All right, Brady.
Okay.
This one might be a little challenging, but
Okay.
Fernando Alonso.
Suicidal?
Wow. That one's rough.
Wait, we just went from 1 to 100.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I feel.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, how could it go worse, right?
It's been pretty bad.
It's been pretty awful. The car is garbage, and usually Alonso can drive, a wet paperback book to somewhere on the grid, and to a decent finish, and he can't seem to do it this year with this car, at least yet. They got to figure something out. It's certainly not him. It's not like suddenly he fell off a cliff. The car is just bad, and he's run into some bad luck, but that's not the way you want to start the season. Actually, so speaking of guys that do need to turn around, he does need to have a good weekend here. I think he's got to. I think he's got to get points. I think he's got to be in 10th or better, or we start to push the panic button.
I mean, Lance is scoring points, no problem.
I mean, which can I ask Tom? First word come to your mind, Lance Stroll.
This is my game. You can't ask me a damn thing.
Damn, all right, okay.
Don't turn the tables on the table turner.
Right.
No. I'll give you 35 points for that. That's a good answer,
Woo.
Brady. All right, so the last one, you have to go at the same time, so it'll be on the count of 3. I'll give you the name, and then I'll give you the count of 3. The name is Oscar Piastri. 1, 2, 3.
Dingo.
Cinderella.
John said Cinderella. All right,
Yeah.
I want to hear about this a little bit.
He got an amazing opportunity coming from what most people would say is almost nothing. The glass slipper fits perfectly, and he is well on his way to finding the prince of the podium and becoming just an all-time favorite of F1. The guy's over-exceeded expectations. Fantastic car that he's driving, but also he's driving it really well, and he's making wise decisions. I think it's a true Cinderella story.
That was beautiful. Brady, I don't remember what you said.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll just give it to John.
John, you get John, you get 5,280 points,
Yeah.
Excellent.
and you win the game.
Nice.
Sweet.
Congratulations. All right, we'll take another very quick break, and then we will talk quickly about Japan and give our top 5, bottom 5. So it is race week. It is the Japanese Grand Prix. And Brady, you had some initial thoughts on the race itself, and I think you wanted to maybe reach back a little bit from last year.
Yeah, I just want to rewind a little bit to the race last year, and kind of like recap where we were. So one is the race seems to be very much a pick your tire kind of race. So everybody was trying to pick, do we start on hards or we start on mediums? And there was only one real incident in the race, and it happened on the first lap when Daniel Ricciardo ran into, I think it was Albon, and they wrecked each other. So if there's a safety car and we have to try and go the whole length on just, one stop, and we're trying to make these tires, which these cars seem to be eating up the tires a little bit. Maybe it's just China, so maybe not. I guess we're going to find out this week. We could have another chaotic sort of like race if there's somebody that wrecks in the middle of the race. And when we have this many numbers of rookies and 2 people switching cars, I'm kind of banking on the chaos. So I'm thinking that something is going to happen in the middle of the race, and it's going to be one of those like, who got the pit stop strategy just right kind of races. So thoughts from you guys?
I have no real thoughts on the race other than remembering that's back when Checo used to score points for Red Bull.
Oh, I'll get to that. We'll loop back to that.
Okay.
the happy days of Checo, right?
Yeah, that's my only real memory of the race.
Well, compared to China, well, not compared to, but when I think about what happened in China, everybody thought, oh man, these tires are just going to get eaten up and eaten up and eaten up. But we started this feeling of like, well, it's going to be a 2-stop race because of the way the tires were being eaten. And then all of the sudden, everybody just decided, I can drive on these tires for another 5,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Once they got the right tire on. And so even like the people who started on the hard tire in China and switched to the medium, I remember Behrman switched to the medium really early with like another 27, 30 laps to go. And you're like, how on earth is he going to do this?
Mm-hmm.
But then everybody just did it. Everybody did a 1-stop except for, I think it was RBs.
Yeah.
So even though we might think that it could be chaotic just in terms of like what's going to happen with the tires, I do kind of imagine that unless there is some of the chaos you're talking about, that it is going to be pretty sterile.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a 1-stop race, and then people are going to make the hard tire last till the end, and that's all she wrote. So
right. Yeah, Japan is a tough track traditionally to pass at. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's absolutely gorgeous, a ton of fun to drive on, but it is difficult to pass other than like sort of down the home stretch, which is sort of obvious. It's the DRS zone, and maybe into the switchback before you come back out towards like 130R. But generally, the track is fast and narrow, so there's just not a whole lot of places that especially if you're trying to make your tires last. This might just be a repeat of China. A lot of like parade laps.
I mean, I hope that's not going to be the case, but I guess it very well could be. All right, let's make our top 5, bottom 5 picks and get out of here.
All right.
I really don't know who should go first. Because
we're all tied, so
yeah, we're all tied. So
I don't mind going first.
I'm going to make Brady go first because he had the best weekend last weekend.
Okay. So top 5. Give me Max, Leclerc, Russell, Piastri, Lando. Pretty stock.
And the bottoms.
Whew, okay. It's going to be filled with rookies. Doohan, give me a Bort, Behrman, Hadjar, and I'll take a Hulk.
And for your 3-pointer.
Okay, so I feel like this one needs a little discussion. Because this may feel like it's likely, but I don't know. I want to just throw it out there. Yuki Q3. Is that asking, like, do we think that that's likely? I mean, I would expect that from a Red Bull, but I don't know anymore. And I don't know with a guy in a new car. So If I'm ever gonna get one through like this, it would be this week where I have no idea. So that's why I'm kind of just guessing.
No, this is the same crap we had last week. If I'm ever going to get one through, it's going to be this
Yeah.
week.
No, that was not get one through.
I'm
Anyway.
going to have to go against this one just based off of his current qualifying history, which is 5th, 8th, and 9th.
Including the sprint. So those
Including
are
the
3
sprint.
competitive qualifying sessions, and he's been in the top 10 in a racing bowl each time. So yeah, I'm with you, John. If there's been a 0% chance of it happening so far, I'm sorry, 100% chance of it happening so far, then it's crap to try and take this as a 3-pointer. You gotta get more creative than this.
All right. Well, I want to stick with Yuki because I want to have some fun with this weekend. So I'll go Yuki P7 or better in the race.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Yuki top 7. All right. John, you want to go next?
Sure. Lando, Max, George, Oscar, Kimmy. Bottom, Bort, Dew, Law, Hajar, and one Mr. Pierre Gasly.
2 Alpines, 2 Racing Bulls, and a steak. Your 3-pointer.
You're going to love me for this. 2 or more DNFs.
Nope, can't do it.
Can't get that
Can't
one?
do it.
Yeah,
No, this is the new rule. Remember, Cody texted all of us, and he said, you know what? If your 3-pointer hits, then you can't choose that 3-pointer again this season.
Well, I think Cody's stupid. And I also don't
You know
see him
he's
on my
listening.
screen currently. I know he's listening.
But here I am supporting him.
That's fine. I'm going to go back-to-back podiums for Piastri.
Just calling a podium. I think that's fair.
Tom is not looking happy about this.
I mean, I think the McLaren's really fast, but like calling a podium. What if? Okay, I'm sorry. What if we do it this way? I'll say he has to be top 2. He's got to win or come in second. Third doesn't count.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Piastri top 2.
I don't know, man, because I think it's going to be Lando. It's going to be Lando and Max. Damn it, Brady. You know what? F it. It's a 3-pointer for a reason. I'll take it.
All right. I still actually think that's pretty likely. Those
I
McLarens
agree.
are really fast.
I also
agree, but
have looked
we
at
also
the weather,
think-
and I do think that it will be chaos because there's like almost a 70% chance of rain on Sunday.
Is there? I didn't
Did you check
I checked
actually
in China.
in Suzuka, or
yeah, I
did you
looked
check?
at China, and
Yeah,
China
you
said
check
the
Asia.
whole country of Asia.
You checked the whole country of China. That's
The
good.
whole
'cause
country
the
of
race isn't
China.
in China.
No, I did go to Suzuka, Japan, where the race is held. It's like 68% chance on Sunday.
All right. All right.
All right, I've got mine.
Okay.
All right. Hit us.
So my top 5. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is the week Ferrari figures something out. I think you're going to see both Ferraris in the top 5, both McLarens and Max Verstappen.
Okay.
My bottom 5, I'm going to take. I think this is also the week that Lance Stroll falls back down to earth, so I'm putting him in my bottom 5. And I will take Hajar, Lawson, Bortoletto, and Hulk in my bottom 5.
Lots of Hulk hate this week.
Yeah.
My 3-pointer will be Alpine get points. They're on 0 right now.
Alpine get points. I think that's fair.
I mean, I put both of them in my bottom 5, so
Yeah.
I'm going to let you have it.
You can have it.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Tom, the true Alpine fan.
Right?
Well, I figured I'd need to go for something a little different. Fun. All right. Well, those are our picks. I'll figure out a way to screenshot them and post them to our socials.
All right.
And looking forward to it. Anybody staying up late to watch the race real time?
So wait, what time?
It's a midnight race.
I can't. Is it midnight?
Midnight
I can't do the time zones over there and figure it all out. So midnight for you guys means 1:00 for me. Probably not.
You want to know
it's
an
a bit of a
easy way to
stretch.
fix the time zone issue, Brady? If you
What's
download
that?
the F1 app and sync
Mhm.
the calendar, it will put every
Oh, it'll just
race,
tell you?
practice
Yeah.
session, and
pretty
everything
great.
on your phone in your
Alright.
current time zone.
It is
Well,
pretty
look at that.
great.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.